Okay. Let's see. We're all good. I should be louder now. Hopefully I remember that in editing. I should be okay. Loudbot. Let's see, what are you? It's a storage bin. Why are you not in the barge? Get in the barge, you.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Yeah, let's see how many electrical components we're at after this. Because I get the unfortunate feeling that no matter what, I'm gonna have to do chair hell just to be able to. Oh shoot! I should have cut a little lower. We might have to do chair hell just to get a sufficient number of computers. This is claustrophobic, and that's a little blinding. Alright. It's loose. Whole thing? Whole thing? Get you out of here. Okay. Now this could blow up in my face. Looks like we're good.
Deposit not accepted. Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
We've got a lot of fuel pipes here. I guess in retrospect, I'm gonna do this slightly smart thing and get rid of all of the fuel tanks before we do too much here. Gosh, there's a lot.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits
Let's
transferred.
see. Have you died yet? I've died once, I think. I think I died once. I've gotten close a couple of times, but I've only ever had to pay a resurrection fee once. And that was like one hell of a catastrophic failure that I'm not entirely sure why it happened. Let's see, limited lives maybe? There are options where you have limited lives. But I'm currently playing the difficulty that has unlimited lives because limited lives in video games makes me very itchy. Now, if you had to buy them, I'd be okay. Like, if you could buy more, depending on your actions.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, last one.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
That should make this whole business a fair bit safer. As long as none of them explode in my face.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Alright, here's the question. Does this actually do anything? May cause rupture in the fuel line. But I think we got rid of all of them. Here. Flip side. Let's go back. Let's get the reactor out of here. Are you even attached to? It's just attached to nothing. I'm just gonna delete these. It's like the bare minimum connection points, and we're... Oh, wow. This, there's a lot of little individual rings here. Okay. Yeah, let's just pull this out. Okay.
Processing valuable object. Credits
I wonder if you can
awarded.
take off all of the panels from this thing and process them before this thing goes Nova on you. It seems to only care if you take it off the bottom. Well, if that's the case, kind of convenient.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Because, like, in that case, separate out the reactor, find a quiet spot, send that on, everything should be hunky-dory. There we go.
Salvage
Smooth
deposit
business.
accepted.
Let's see.
Credits
So
transferred.
we definitely have some scrap just kind of floating around here. Let's get rid of a little bit of it. There's not much left. Probably should have left these doors open. Yeah, so I can't get that open. What is even in these rooms? Oh, these are the airlock rooms. So in that case, quite frankly, who cares?
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels.
Yeah, screw it. There's like a smidge out of this thing that I could probably... feasibly grab. But I don't think it's worth it. Nope.
Material deposited.
Whereas the amount of stuff that I have here that I could work with,
Oxygen reserves are critical. Affordable
now that I've
oxygen supplies
done
are
that,
available
I'm all
for
good.
purchase at the Master Jack.
Let's see, the thrusters are not actually connected to it.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
They
Oxygen
look
levels stabilizing.
Kind of connected, but they're not. I like this ship. This ship's so much nicer. I just am going to have to do the other ships if I want to get the electricity I'm looking for.
Valuable component incinerated. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Lady, you try getting the whole buffalo. Not a thing. Gosh. That gets laggy. Like, as far as the whole buffalo goes, I have got way more of it than I ever have before.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a rupture in the fuel line would do very little. Let's see.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Get a bunch of this stuff out of here. Yeah, look at this. Freaking clean. I think all of this just goes to the
Salvage
processor, yeah?
deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
There's like nothing else. Alright, cool. I still got 5 minutes to spare. Work order is completely done. Didn't necessarily
Got
mean
about
for that
5
to
minutes left in
be
this
like
ship,
that, but that's
Cutter.
okay.
Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
Bite off.
Valuable object
Shoot.
processed. Credits awarded.
Stop assuming I don't have this under control. Actually?
Warning. No tethers remaining. Warning.
I wasted a
Tethers
little bit.
depleted.
I should pull it out of the furnace, at the very least. Let's see, there are panels you can remove from the fuel things. The thruster caps, those go straight into the processor.
Thank you for your
So you're correct, but it would have gone to the same place anyway. So you're correct. I could remove them. I just don't actually need to. There we go. Because yeah, that thing, the thruster one caps, they go straight in. There's a small chance we will not get this, if only because these things are ponderous as hell. But as soon as that one gets in, I think we're good.
For processing. Credits deposited.
And yes, I'm aware, breaking the line of sight will break the tether. It's just, they kind of just randomly rotate, and a bunch of other stuff, but also tethers are super cheap. Like, who gives a damn? I got this. Help pushing. Nah, this is too big. If I try pushing, I'm either gonna slow it down, or I'm gonna break it. I almost wish you could customize your berth here. Like, that would be really cool. If I could use that entire area as another processor. And, like, pull the ship back a little bit and, like, a couple other things. Because we've got such a large bay here, and we're only utilizing, like, a smidge of it.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Because, yeah, it would be kind of cool if you could have it cost a shit ton. Like,
time to start
20,
wrapping things
30,
up.
50 million.
Weaver out.
Like, make it expensive so you have to keep playing. But give me a lot more crazy tools. Like, imagine if I had a barge-size furnace just above the whole ship and I could just chuck it up there. Alright, we're good. Because, yeah, we're using half of this bay purely for my Master Jack and nothing more. Alright, so I destroyed the heat spreader. Oh, some engineering consoles. Missed those. And then pretty much nothing else. And we made $6 million today alone. So yeah, this is the ship that you want to do if you want to make that sweet cash. but I need electrical bits. Specifically, we're going to have to go back to chair hell for a while. It sucks. I don't want to go back to chair hell, but otherwise we're going to be sticking around on the electrical bits forever, and I don't want that. Alright, we also have a bunch of these. I'm not doing a very good job of reading all the lore. I think part of it is because I really wish after recovering data, it would give me the option to specifically listen to whatever it was. So maybe at some point we just do a lore episode where I listen to the whole damn thing, or who knows what. I like the scenario of combat ships, live munitions, enemy caches, etc. Dude, that'd be rad. If there was, like, straight up a unexploded, like, missile or a torpedo that's just, like, embedded in the side of it, and you have to be very careful. I'd love that. Alright, let's see. Can I buy my scanner? Yeah, let's buy the scanner. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing left, obviously. Yeah, so unfortunately we're going to have to go back to one of these. Not necessarily because I want to, but because they have computer terminals everywhere in that main seating area, and we need as many of those as we possibly can. You could have another bay where you have to throw live ammo weapons opposite the barge. Ooh, yeah. Or you just chuck it in the barge, because that's where you straight up throw the reactor. I don't know if you need to overcomplicate it. I'd rather the complication be how do you disarm it and how do you extricate it than just having another bin to throw things in. Because I know personally I would absolutely despise it if recycling was like, okay, now you need a metal recycling, a paper recycling, a plastic recycling, a glass recycling. And like, I've already got 3 bins personally. And obviously if I did gardening, I could get a 4. More than that would be an issue. Anyway, Zealous Ware. We'll do this ship and then we will switch. Do you need to pay for the ships you scrap? Nope. That part you don't have to, which is quite nice. Okay. Airlock is there. Airlock is their lock. I guess we might as well take the sensor tower off this thing. There we go. Don't see anything else.
Salvage secured. Account
Hello.
credit applied.
Whoops.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Real curveballs like undetected cryopods, smuggler's nooks. Ooh, smuggler's nooks. That'd be a good one. Okay. I guess before I do anything, let's find the data modules. Or, have we been doing this long enough? Nope, there's one. I was gonna say, we might have actually been doing this enough that they're not spawning anymore. Why does turning take the longest? There's the other one. These tend to hit me in the head if I'm not careful.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Now, the tragedy here is we do not have any more utility keys, right? Yeah. We have to go collect those from the lower levels, but I cannot be asked. Okay, comms has got air in it. But comms also does not have anything in it. Wondering if it's worth just chucking a whole ship into the barge just for components and stuff. You can't do that if only because the barge actually gets really pissy at you. Like, the barge will only grab certain resources and will otherwise actually just get I'm not going to say mad. But effectively, it will not collect resources if the resources are too high. Come on, there's another one. There we go. I always forget I can remove this computer terminal. There we go. That's all good. Bought this game because of you. Hope you enjoyed as much as I have been. Because I'm really enjoying this game. It's super cool. It's clunky and it is absolutely missing a lot of content. But I find myself in this perpetual state of full enjoyment regardless. And that's like, that's a really good sign. I think part of it is because I play a ton of video games. And I am starving for originality. And there are some games that are original, but within their genre. Easy examples would be like, let's throw some out here. Toho Luna Nights. I'm not a big fan of Toho. I'm a huge fan of Metroidvanias, and it did a good job of kind of combining both with some neat twists. And so it felt very original and interesting and fun. Let's see. A lot of roguelikes are very original, and a lot aren't. And so it's kind of one of those where it's like, Hades, absolutely phenomenal roguelike. Seeing as somebody's bringing that up. And yeah, I'm sure there's a new update coming out. It's been a while since the last one, and I'll probably dive into it. Whoops. I think that's fine. We'll find out. I think the ceiling just collapsed on itself. Means I might not be able to get back this way. Well, we'll figure it out. Let's see. But this game is, I'm going to say, wholly unique. I've never seen another game like this. I have to be careful with these, because I will burn myself to death with them. Let's see. You know, the only similar game is Viscera Cleanup Detail, and, like, practically nothing else. I can actually wedge myself through here. That is hilarious. I'm gonna leave some of the keel connected. Because it's going to make my life easier. Get these two. Let's not go for the last one, because I see something lit up behind it, and I'm pretty sure if I had set that on fire, it'd be an issue. Oh, that's the fuel line. Yes, I'm actually... By wedging myself in here, I'm actually moving the components apart just slightly. I would say that this is not a game for everybody, but that's true of quite a lot of games. A puzzle optimizer in space. It is. Yeah.
Oxygen reserves are low.
This game is an optimization game a la
Asphyxiation
Factorio and
fluid to
Infinite
salvage
Factory.
bonus.
Or anything by Zachtronics. Yeah. I could get with that. It does evoke very similar feelings to Factorio that, like, I can play Factorio endlessly. Not necessarily because each run is different, but because every run is better than the previous. And that is a
Salvage
very
secured.
satisfying feeling.
Credits deposited.
shoot.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are critical.
Whoops. Okay.
Please revisit your training.
Lost a lot of aluminum for that one. I did not realize that was a giant freaking aluminum section, but that's okay. Come on. Fine. Low oxygen. Thank you.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
I gotta pay a little bit more attention than I have been, but that's okay. Now I got space. Look at all this. Now I can just start pulling all these bits out. Yeah, probably should conserve some of my tethers, but it is so much more valuable for me to just have room to maneuver around this absolute hulking beast.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
And that might bonk some other things, but I'm kind of okay with it bonking some other things. Alright, looking at the front? Yeah, we're looking at the front. Alright, so we just gotta remove this, and then I think we can take out this entire side. So I'll just
Deposit not accepted.
pull this out here. Yeah, we're gonna lose some aluminum, but honestly, I know people like to rag on me for my
Salvage
financial
deposit
decisions in this game,
Credits transferred.
but I couldn't care less about the debt. It is really getting those higher certification levels that matter to me. Everything else is just kind of bonus. I wish the red and blue bays were alternated. Yes, I would agree. Because, especially for the backside of this ship model, it is really freaking hard to get the,
Salvage secured. Account credit
to get the back
applied.
half off and into the proper bays, because it's so easy for them to just get sucked up into the, furnace.
Salvage secured. Credits
Did I
deposited.
remove this? No.
Alright, Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. Pitter patter. We're out.
Okay. Try and pull that in.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Uh-oh.
Caution. Tether supplies are low.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
What the hell's going on here? Okay, note to self, maybe do a little bit more work splitting up that keel. I was thinking that would work. It certainly did some stuff.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Well, I mean, now I've got
Salvage
room.
deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Warning. No tethers remaining.
Yeah, I'll be fine. So yeah, I think I lost like 8 panel there, but oh well. Let's see. I guess seeing as I've got a little bit of
Object
time.
not accepted. Please revisit your training.
Because I got a little bit of time left. Let's start cutting into this. Is this still my first day? I think this is.
Credits deposited.
Ooh. Didn't mean for you to be... Oh, because we just took the wall off that it was connected to. I'm a little surprised that worked.
Salvage secured.
I'm getting a
Account
little
credit
sloppy.
applied.
But it's also one of those where, like, the thing that I actually care about are the objectives, the work orders. And so as long as I get those done, no matter how sloppy I am with the rest of this, we're all good. Let's see, I'm moving to Virginia. Need a game to keep me occupied during your quarantine period before I move in with your sister to help out with your new twins. What about picking this one up with a few others? This would be a good one. It will... If you're looking for unique content, you're going to run out within, I'm going to say, 10 hours. But if you're looking for something super meditative that you can just kind of play for a while, this one's not bad. And it's dirt cheap. So yeah, not a bad choice.
Time is winding down, Cutter. Dig deep and let's finish strong.
Let me see. What are you even connected? Oh, it's connected here. Well, that's... meditative. I stand by the fact that this is a very meditative game. Like, I could absolutely see putting on a podcast, just
Raw
listening to
material
me,
processed. Credits deposited.
and then just
Your oxygen reserves are low.
ripping ships apart for a
Note that
while.
excess carbon dioxide can cause damage to LYNX equipment.
There you go. I want to say... that's fine. Alright, so I did destroy some aluminum panels and some other stuff. Let's see how much, can I see how much aluminum is worth based on its weight? $10 per kilogram. That's not really that big of a deal. What about nanocarbon? 40? Yeah, it's like 45. 43? 43. So, yeah, losing the aluminum isn't so bad. Losing that much is a little rough, though. But that's okay. So is the point of the game to salvage and make enough to get out of debt? Yeah! I mean, realistically, getting out of 1 billion worth of debt, that's a little hard. Yeah, these are looking fine. Like... with the way the game is currently structured, it would take a while to do so. That last ship that I did, the big one, I'm gonna say probably 12 million in value out of it. Maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna say you're never gonna be able to get past 3... You're never going to be able to harvest more than 3/4 of a ship's value just because it's tough. But if I can do 15 million per each one of those ships, it would take me... $60 of those? No, it's got to be more than that. 15 million, 900 million divided by 900 divided by 15. Bleh, I can't math. Well, ease one would be 60. Yeah, there we go. So it would take me 60 of those. So it would be about 60 hours of just that one singular ship to pay off the debt. That said, this is early access. I'm not interested in that. my goal is to get up to certification rank 10 during the early access period. Cross my fingers they don't delete my save file, and let me just go full ham on whatever the new content is later. Yeah, take a content your skill at salvaging and improving as you play, though. Yeah, so I might be able to reduce it down to 3 work shifts to rip apart the industrial links. But even then, I don't know. But yeah, I just want to be ready so that when the new ships come out and the new equipment comes out, I can just be like, I'm rich, fight me. And the game will be like, no, here's money. And I'll be like, yes! So let's get going. And I'm sure after 60 hours, you would probably become an absolute shipbreaking wizard. Ugh. There's a couple of trap panels here, and I don't like that as much. Oh, wait. This is for that chute we saw earlier. Which has now disappeared? Oh, there it is. Freaking boom chutes are way more massive than I give them credit for.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Let's send that off. It's all nanocarbon. Okay. Could have been messier. Wasn't messier. Everything is good. You know the hilarious and possibly... no, probably not. I was gonna say, there is a small possibility that this game will actually be more popular. Could be... I'd say it has the potential to be more popular than the actual homeworld games. I don't know about the reality of that. If it properly took off and more people paid attention to it, absolutely. Okay, one quick thing we should do before I do too much.
Deposit accepted.
Let's get these off. They're worth a lot, and if I accidentally sent one into a furnace, I would be upset. Games like Space Subnautica. Yeah, kinda. You know what, actually? I believe this would be the sequel, the actual proper sequel to Subnautica. After you get rescued from whatever the planet is, didn't you have like an obscene debt by the end of it? I think the lack of an overt story is a lot more accessible, even if I like Homeworld more. But like, I had such a ridiculous debt by the end of Subnautica. And they were like, you owe like billions of dollars in debt. And I'm like, you scum, I needed that money. Or I needed those things to survive. How dare you?
Salvage secured.
And so, yeah, protagonist from Subnautica gets back home and they're like, well, that's gonna cost you $1 billion. And the main character is just like, what are you talking about? What? No! And then they just stick him here. At which point he's probably kind of okay with it. Or she. I think the main character was actually supposed to be male. Now, you might be wondering why I fired it off into the universe. Gosh, these things are huge. Because I had to get it away from the furnace. Don't go into the processor. Gosh. The other ship is just so much easier. Look at this thing. I still have to... I just have this big central compartment that you just can't get
Salvage
around.
deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
So what are the big yellow star things? Are they just tether points? Yep. They're incredibly big and they're incredibly heavy and you're supposed to attach stuff to them. I don't use them as much just because tethers are kind of limited limited quantities.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Let's see, now these hooked up? Yeah. I'm not going to make the mistake of trying to send the whole damn thing out again. Last time I did that, it went actual terrible.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
One. It's two. Yeah, I gotta get rid of these before these just blow up in my face. Last time I did this, it was disastrous. I don't think it killed me. Wait. Processor. Okay.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Yeah, it didn't kill me, but it was definitely extremely hyper dangerous. And I don't like hyper dangerous. I like profit. Okay, got that. Got these. Got a work order done. Still got to get the ECU, but I'm leaving that. Here's the question. That just cut through the whole thing. Maybe I don't actually have to waste a lot of time going around. I just actually have to shoot through the whole dang thing. Looks like it works.
Object accepted for processing.
I don't think that needs it.
Credits deposited.
That's giving me the heebies. It's like... Okay, here's something. I might actually be able to get this whole side
Warning.
out of the
Oxygen
danger zone.
reserves are low.
Object not accepted. Please revisit your training.
Okay. Alt
Salvage secured.
idea here.
Account credit applied.
It's actually... Let's get rid of the remaining fuel. See if we can. Or at least separate these out.
Oxygen reserves are critical. Please contact your plan administrator to add asphyxiation coverage.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Problem solved. Fuel line rupture, you say? I say I don't give a dang. There we go.
Welcome to Vintage
Oxygen.
1000.
Let's get some more tethers.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Fuel line can't rupture if you remove the fuel line? Totally how it works. Yeah, exactly. I have nothing to fear. Boop. Seriously though, I'm not actually sure where that fuel is coming from. Because, like, it was spraying like there was a lot of fuel left, but there shouldn't have been.
Salvage
Okay,
deposit
get you
accepted.
down.
Credits transferred.
There it goes. Alright, cool. So now... I got this sucker. It's huge, and it's kind of
Salvage
inconveniently
secured.
placed.
Account credit applied.
But if I can get it out of my way... Then I can come back for it tomorrow and deal with it. Okay. I think we're good. That gives me a lot of leeway.
We've got about 5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
Pull that out a little bit. Move you up. Bang. Alright, there's one.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
There's two. I'm just cleaning up my messes. Oh, it's kind of jammed. Well, okay. Here is the other really stupid thing that I can do. Because you can actually push stuff around.
Valuable object
Using
processed.
smaller objects.
Credits deposited.
Bonking into larger ones. I'm not entirely sure why the physics works the way it does. That should work. There we go. Usually I wait until the end to send these things in.
Salvage secured.
But this
Credits
might actually work
deposited.
better. Okay. So that's good. I'll leave the nose cone for a bit. But yeah, if all I have left to clean up is the backside of everything, that should make my life a lot easier. Hey, speaking of a lot easier. Dude, who's to say other games can't license their designs to be cut up? Warhammer 40k minigame Battletech with some ships. Oh, dude. I would love it if they actually licensed the mechanics for this game out to specifically, like, other major IPs. Like,
Object accepted for
a
processing.
Battletech
Credits deposited.
mech breaker game would be amazing. Warhammer 40k would be good too. My main fear is just like, I feel like we would have orc physics if Warhammer actually was connected to this in any way, shape, or form. How are you connected? Oh, it's probably this, actually. But, like, as a genre, this has an incredible potential to be really super cool if developers actually latch onto this idea. Just take your major IPs and, yeah,
Processing valuable object.
just have, like, a game where you disassemble or reassemble the,
1 minute left, Cutter. Time to start wrapping things up. Weaver out.
disassemble or reassemble the mechs based on needs or whatnot. I never actually got everything out of this, did I? I'd still say I'm doing fairly well.
Salvage
I'm a little
secured. Account credits
scatterbrained about the tasks I'm picking here.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
But I'm getting it.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
These were a little less jammed in here.
Your oxygen reserves are low. Note that excess carbon dioxide can cause damage to LYNX equipment.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Ah, didn't get it fully. Lego shipbreakers. Ooh. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that going great. Alright. So, we're almost done with mechanical. It's really going to be the electrical that's the issue. Maybe the work order objectives, but those are easy. I can farm those super well. Yeah, Lego would be amazing, and almost be easier, because you're effectively just walking around with a crowbar just popping bits off. That'd be fun. I'd enjoy that.